The World Cup didn't become the biggest sporting event on earth by accident. It was simple: one trophy, 1 month, every country watching. That's it. No distractions, no overproduction, no unnecessary extras, just football. Just simple football that created something powerful. Every game felt like life or death. Every goal meant something. We didn't need no halftime shows, or we didn't need any celebrity appearance. The players were the stars. The fans were the atmosphere. The game was the entertainment. That's why a random group stage between two countries you've never heard of can have you screaming at your screen. That's the magic. But FIFA looked at the magic and said, nah, we can make more money off this. And at the end of the day, FIFA is a business. Businesses don't just maintain success, they expand on it, they maximize it. And under the new FIFA president, that's exactly what's happening. The biggest change is the FIFA World Cup is expanding to 48 teams in 2026. Now on the surface, that sounds amazing. More countries, more opportunities, more global representation. And that's true. But there's another side to it. More games means more matches means more broadcasting rights. More broadcasting deals means more ad revenue means more money. So the general end goal is more money. So while FIFA talks about growing the game, they are more focused on growing their profits. This isn't just an expansion, it's optimization. Now let's take a look at the Super Bowl, comparing it to that, because this is where everything connects. The Super Bowl isn't just a football game, it's an event. People who don't even watch the NFL tune in, not just for the sport, but for everything around it. The halftime show, the commercial, the celebrities, the cultural moments, the entertainment first before the sports second. And that's how it works. It generates insane revenue, so when FIFA looks at the model, they don't just see football, they see potential, they see the blueprint. Because if one game can generate that much attention, imagine what they can do with the entire tournament. And that's exactly what they're trying to do. Turn the World Cup into more than just football. Turn it into a global entertainment experience. You can already see the shift happening. Matches are becoming more than just games. They are becoming events. There's more emphasis on the presentation, more build-up, more storytelling. Opening ceremonies are getting bigger. Finals feel more like a production. And there's even been talks about bringing the Super Bowl style halftime performances into the World Cup final, which honestly I'm not a big fan of, but we'll see how it turns out. Now think about that for a second. A halftime show during the World Cup finals. That alone tells you everything you need to know. FIFA is not just thinking about football anymore, they are thinking about pure entertainment. We are living in a completely different era now. Attention is the currency. If people ain't watching, you're not making any money. You are losing. FIFA understands this, so now it's not enough for the World Cup to just be good. It has to be everywhere. It has to dominate social media. It has to create viral moments. It has to stay in the conversation. That's why you're seeing more of that. Camera cast to celebrities, emotional storytelling, highlight driven narrative, player branding. The World Cup is no longer just a sporting event, it's content, and content needs to be shareable. The World Cup 2026 is huge, not just because of the expansion, but because of where it's being held. It's being held in the United States along with Canada and Mexico, but let's be honest, we're more focused on the United States because the US has mastered sports entertainment. Everything is a show. The Super Bowl, the NBA games, the regular season feels massive. So when FIFA brings the World Cup there, they are not just hosting matches, they are adapting to the environment. Expect more spectacle, more marketing, more celebrity involvement. This is FIFA stepping into a system where sports and entertainment are already merged. Now here's where things get tricky, because more doesn't mean better. Expanding to 48 teams sounds good until you realize some of these games might not be competitive. More matches can dilute the quality, and when you add too much entertainment, you risk distracting them from the actual game. Football doesn't need extra layers. A knockout match with everything on the line is already peak drama. You don't need to add any extra things. The tension, the unpredictability, the emotions, that's enough. Let's be honest, nobody's watching the World Cup final thinking, I hope there's a concert in the middle of this. No, we are here for the game. We are here for the moment. That doesn't feel scripted. The last minute goals, the underdog stories, the heartbreak. That's what makes the World Cup special. No celebrity, no performances, no distraction. Like imagine a game is tied, 90 minutes, and instead of focusing on the play, we cut to a celebrity reaction shot. That's when you see things have gone too far. What we are really seeing is FIFA changing its identity from a sporting organization to an entertainment powerhouse. And from a business perspective, it makes sense. Entertainment reaches more people, creates more revenue, and builds a bigger global presence. And when you already have the entire world watching, the next step is to monetize that attention, that strategy. So yeah, FIFA is trying to turn the World Cup into the Super Bowl, not because football needs it, but because the business side demands it. And the real question is this evolution or is it too much? Because there's a fine line between improving something and overcomplicating it. And FIFA is working on that line right now. So what do you think? Is this the future of football, or are we slowly losing the beautiful game? Let me know what you think. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. And from my personal experience, I tried getting the ticket the last time it was released, and it took me forever to actually get in and still couldn't get it. I tried twice and I waited for 10 good hours and the screen went blank. It became white and I couldn't get a ticket. And the ticket pricing is so high right now. It's so expensive. You wouldn't even believe how expensive it is for a group stage game. It's so difficult for a normal person like me to go. So yeah, FIFA is actually doing too much for this World Cup, and I hope they don't repeat it next World Cup. But apart from that, till next time, au revoir.